Going on, guys? I just want to thank everybody again for all the support I've been getting here on YouTube, Twitter, Reddit, etc. And we'll go over the attack side for Clubhouse. 9 times out of 10, I would probably even say more than that, you're going to be attacking the basement site. So for this, I'd always recommend you take Thermite and Hibana both. Thatcher's not a bad pick. Sledge, Buck, Fuse, Ash, stuff to destroy barbed wire pretty much. Guess IQ could be usable. Blackbeard's always a good pick. Montaigne can be okay. If they have Miras, Twitch could be okay too. But we'll just take Buck for this demonstration. So we're assuming the bomb site's in lower. And you're going to want to get your drone in some type of position that you can get out of spawn safely. So one of the things that I do a lot is I run out this back door and throw a C4 over the wall and kill people that spawn over there. So you just watch out for that. Put your drone somewhere outside of where you're exiting, because a lot of people peek like this stock door over here, or like you can actually lay down in this door and like be partway outside. You can peek from here, peek from the kitchen window, you can peek from the freezer door back here, and you could peek from this window up top. So there are quite a few different options for you, but basically what are you going to want to do, right? You're going to want to thermite this right here so you can walk through safely, and I'd put a claymore on the other side of it, or a claymore on this side over here if you're thermite, so that you can block them from coming out. There's 3 outside cameras, one's over here, there's one by the kennels, it's kind of in this direction, and then there's one by the main gate, it's probably right about there on the other side of this wall. So there's 3 more hatches that you want to open. You could just use Hibana for these if you want, or you can thermite one and save a Hibana charge. Or what I would probably do is, if possible, so you're going to open this hatch with Hibana, open this hatch, shoot this radio so you could hear if people are flanking you easier, and shoot this hatch with Hibana. So you've used all your Hibana charges over here. Now, one of the important things that a lot of people miss out on doing here is clearing the map. So you want to start drone out this whole side of the map. Like say like have one person's job is to drone from say this like front door and drone out all the way upstairs, all through garage, everything like that, while someone's following the drone or near the drone to trade the kills with the drone. Someone else could drone from strip club all the way through the bar, all the way through here, all the way upstairs, kitchen, everything like that. So your goal is to clear the map of roamers, because most of the time most people are going to play from downstairs. All 5 downstairs. If they are roaming, okay, so you have some different options now. You can break open this door right here, and you can repel somebody on the side of this fence to watch your kitchen hallway, and you could just attack through the construction tunnel and through the kitchen, and completely ignore the rest of the map and just let them run around. It's fine. But we're going to assume they're all 5 downstairs, so we opened up our 3 hatches. Got a claymore on that side over there. Maybe put a claymore on the lower stairs so they can't push up on you. You're going to want to buck over here. There's a spot, so if you could see it kind of like lines up a little bit. This is where the door is from below. So if you're watching somebody running upstairs and you want to dedicate somebody to this, it's a lot safer to buck this hole for them and just let them watch like so. It's a lot more dangerous to play down here and watch the stairs because you can get shot from moto and stuff like that. It might not be a bad idea. As for the kitchen, there's a bunch of different buck spots over here as well. So if you buck right here, it's directly below in the corner, but I mean you could pretty much see that with the hatch open. This would be like a before the hatch is open kind of thing. Bucking back here is pretty important. This is where the pulse wall is, so that's at least what a lot of professional players call this is pulse wall. You can see all the way back here. If they blow up these pallets, you can see where they are pretty easily. They can't throw C4 at you or shoot you if you have a thermite over there. You can see further back if you don't want to like risk it as much. You can open up over here. Another pretty cool thing you could do too is you can shoot open right here with like a buck charge. And this is what I was showing on the defense side of the video, why you should be putting an ADS system on the other side of this wall, is because you could throw a grenade into the church. And I'll show you guys where that blows up. So that grenade blows up behind the bomb, which is right here. So the bomb would be right here. if there's people like head glitching on the bomb and they're looking and holding the angle for a moto drop, you just killed that person for free. Additionally, from above too, if they leave the pulse walls soft, you can buck straight down like this. Well, you can buck this whole hallway too and like nade the wire a lot safer. This way you don't have to like, I only have 2 buck charges left, but you can kind of see. So the end of the hall over here is kind of near the doorway. But you can nade out all this wire by just like throwing your grenade through the holes safely. It's a lot better than going into the doorway and just like throwing the grenades. But if you buck the floor right over here, you can shoot this wall open if it's soft with buck charges, or you can shoot it with just if you have an ash. You can shoot it with Ash's R4. This is what I used to do, and then just ash the wall below. Couple of other options. If you don't take buck, you can fuse this. So you can put 1 fuse in the hallway, say like right here or right here, to blow up all the wire. And some of the pucks, they fly so crazily that they might go inside church and kill that guy that's behind the bomb. You could put 1 definitely by pulse wall, put 1 over here, say. So for your 3, and then you could take breaching charges and do the same thing. If they're smart though, they'll take a pulse, evade your fuse charges to start, come back and just C4 you. The breaching charges are a little bit more risky. But once you have all of this done, you have the map cleared, you've bucked everything. This buck should be independently working by himself, ideally. So while that's happening, you're going to have you can actually shoot the floor over here as well. I don't know how well you can see this, but you can throw Thatcher grenades safely from above. So if you notice that they're just pre-placing all their bandit charges on this wall, you can throw a Thatcher grenade down here and have thermite come and just thermite the wall. Or you can Habana the wall and just use it, play like a Blackbeard over here. And you can see all the way back into church, which is pretty nice as well. Ideally though, like I said, this wall should normally be pretty open. But ideally you want to go through construction unless you see tons of resistance. Like if you see a lot of barbed wire and like a smoke, obviously you're not going to win a close quarters fight with a smoke if he has a shotgun. Might be better to ignore, and you could send somebody blue by himself like a Blackbeard, and you could send Thermite Thatcher combo down here to get this wall, open up all the other hatches for pressure and stuff like that. Have that Claymore watching your back so the smoke can't flank you, and open up the church wall. And the best spot to plant over here would be this black box. So if you can get, this is the panel that you want to get right here. So you want to crouch behind here and plant, and then you could stand up after. And this box is completely bulletproof, so you can just use it as cover, hold down the bomb. If you get a Blackbeard right here, it's pretty much game over, like at that point. If you are going to plant kitchen, it's a good idea if you can get construction control. If you can't, I'll show you some angles. You can just trap the person in kitchen. So you can pretty much trap this person in kitchen by, once you know it's clear underneath you, obviously. You can see all the way back. This is the utility drop back here, and this is the mannequin wall. So you can see pretty much behind this entire box. Like look how far. If I lean, I could see pretty far back over there. And this angle, they could barely even see you. As well as like you could see by welding, you could see behind some of the shelving over here. And you can watch the construction door. So if you want to, what you can do is if you know like church is clear or something and they're all playing in the back of armory, is you can throw smokes, drop, and plant. This wall's obviously solid. And you can just have your teammates from above covering you. Another thing is you probably should have, whatever take you're doing, you could send like a Blackbeard or really anybody down this hall. Shoot this wall open, get some good angles, just to keep them like off of these spots and feeling safe, I guess. So there's a pretty basic take. I mean, if you can't get this wall for whatever reason, you can say you don't have a thermite. You can make a Habana crouch hole in either of these, either the black box or here, and you can crawl through and plant if you want to go church. Like say you know there's 5 in armory, right? Well, that's stupid to go over there, so just make a prone hole, prone in, plant behind one of these 2 objects. This bar though is completely spammable, so like obviously you can see bullets going through. So yeah, just a kind of basic overview. Like I said, there's probably going to be a lot of barbed wire in all these places, which you can grenade from above. Make sure you have somebody burning ADSs for you. Like, pretty common ADS spots are right here and here. So if you're going to be blowing up and going church, definitely blow this up. Another plant spot I almost forgot about, right here next to the freezer. You have a mountain in front of you while you're planning to protect you. So just a pretty basic overview, and we will head upstairs next. Okay, now we are going to head to a bar attack. This one, I would pretty much say it's essential to take a mountain here, no matter where you're going to go. It might be less if you're going to do a pool table plant, but I'd probably recommend taking it. Don't really need thermite on this side at all. I'd probably only take Cabana. Once again, Buck's a good pick. Fuse is a good pick. Sledge is good. Blackbeard's always a good pick too. Capital burns some areas off. Probably won't really need Thatcher. Twitch can be okay. Good gun. Decent utility. So we'll go over well, let's see where we spawn first, and we'll go over that take. Well, we can switch. We'll go over a stock take first. So I think right at this time, this is the strongest take that you could possibly have. Basically, everybody does it. It was seen as like a gimmick before, kind of, in like a ranked play, but now it's because Montaigne can like tank C4s, it's actually a really strong tactic. But basically, all that you do is you drone out the garage, so there's just cameras. I guess I'll show you guys where all the cameras are outside and how to hit them. So there's the one right there if you spawn kennels. And the other one's right here. That's for main gate. And the other one's here for backside. So you want to have somebody droning you out while you do this. They'll open the top over here. Oh, okay, yeah, everything's clear. Assume that your team cleared everything and everything's clear. We're assuming this stuff is clear. And there's a smoke, say, playing in stock by himself. So, spots. Pretty much want a buck above. This is the spot where, like, 9 out of 10 times people are probably going to be playing. You could see, like, that back wall. So here's the hatch. That's the back wall where everybody plays. And you could drop grenades down there, or additionally, you can take fuse and just fuse the spot. A lot of people take fuse because it's just easier, I guess. So here's kind of behind the racking if they're hugging the wall. Over here is the corner by the broom. Over here is like the kitchen door. Like, well, this is called kitchen door, but it's actually like a stock door from kitchen side. Other cool spots too is if you know somebody's in the garage and you want to trap them, you can shoot a buck charge right here and look into the garage. Also, this is like literally directly above the staircase. So you can use either of these two angles to trap people in garage if they're over there. So say you know that like, oh, there's a smoke in stock and he dropped. Well, what ways can he go, right? Like if he goes head on, he can't really do anything. The only way he can really do anything is if he flanks from garage. So you're going to play one of these two angles, whichever one you prefer. I like this one. I feel like it's a little bit safer, but yeah, that's your call, really. Whatever you're more comfortable with. Also with this spot, you can get rid of the batteries. So if there's any batteries here, this is why I said you don't need a Thatcher, because you can just buck above and shoot the battery charges off the garage wall. I would not open any of these walls up if I were you, because it just gives them rotate points later, which you don't want to have to deal with. If you notice this window's open, if you have a claymore, put it like, you know, on there so they can't rotate, or if there's a hole over here, put a claymore. One of those spots, doesn't matter. If you notice any of these windows are like pre-broken or anything, just be wary, I suppose. You might even want to dedicate somebody if there's a lot of holes, like I showed you in the defense video, rotating across. Just put somebody on the roof and have them watching to see if anybody tries to rotate into cash room. So, okay. So this guy should pretty much be gone at this point. Yeah, I said here, I showed you the spots that you can buck, or you can just fuse them out. Pretty much open up this door, have your Montaigne or somebody else. If you have Blackbeard, it's always nice because he has flashes. They're less useful than smokes. Throw your, like ideally Blackbeard, Montaigne, and say fuse. We'll go over here. So why fuse? Why those three operators, right? Well, fuse is a 3 armor. He can take the most bullets. He'll be your planner. Blackbeard will be covering him. Montaigne will be protecting him from the front, like say up here. He'll be planning in the corner back here. Blackbeard is holding the long angle over here with like a DMR, which is 70 damage pretty much to any opponent. So fuse, if there is a C4 or something, he can take the most damage, take the most bullets if somehow the Montaigne's not perfectly in position. And the Blackbeard covering with like an ACOG DMR. Or another operator is fine too, but I just think Blackbeard's probably better over here. So pretty much you get the bomb down. I mean, after that point, you just have the Montaigne sit in the door, and it should pretty much be game over from that point. You have 2 people right behind him. Ideally, what you want to do is have somebody, say the fuse or something that planted, if you know this is clear. Ideally, you want to have, like, say, like a drone over here or something, so that you know it's clear. Have a dead person watching it, or if you have the numbers, have a person sitting in here. And just watch the spot. You'll have your Habana go in the garage, make 2 holes right here. So you can watch the lounge door. You can play it from pretty far back. If you're Habana as well, you can take a Claymore and put it on the ladder. Or if you don't want to have the Claymore, I mean, it's pretty easy. Make sure you shoot the default cam. It's pretty easy to, just to hear people climbing up the ladder as well. Or additionally, you can have somebody post a drone, put it like right here and call when they're coming up the ladder. That stuff all works. So then pretty much your buck can play from above, like calling out for you on any of these different spots or places that they go. You could plant for the buck if you really want to. Your call. I mean, if you want, you could plant further up. Like the bomb is, you could plant like back here too. Like it's a pretty common plant spot, and then you can watch it from above, which is pretty nice. So just a couple different options. If you are doing a strip side take, you pretty much have 2 options. Oh, there's also one other option. It's called the run through the front door strat, pretty much. You pretty much just bomb the wire here, or if there's no wire, you just shoot down the front door and just run in and try to attempt to kill everybody. It's not exactly like deep into strategy or anything like that, but it does work okay sometimes. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it too much. But that's the only speaker you have to shoot in here, by the way, if you want to break that, like I went over on the defense guide. So say that they're all pushed over there, right? And they only have this wall reinforced. Now, you can come strip because they're giving it to you for free. You can Habana this wall. You also want to take from above as well. So you Habana or thermite this wall, have everybody come in there. Alternatively, if you don't even want to open that wall, or you can make peek holes in that wall if you want to. You can have a Montaigne come here, stand in front of you, or you can just plant here a lot of times, and like most people won't even realize what's going on. So let's say you're opening this up, right, and you're clearing everything like fully. So a pretty cool angle that you can take is if you're on the roof. You can open this hatch. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Okay, well, assume that this is open. And you can throw a grenade or an ash charge or really whatever. Just buck straight down. And if this was open, you'd be able to see it better. But you can see through these slats in the floor, and especially if you blow up this part of the wall, you could see down onto the half wall. Also, once you have this open, just gonna get it open here. Fell through, awesome. Okay. Well, you get the point. So you want to get control of that upper gym room and all strip. Have people playing in the hall. Like a Blackbeard is generally pretty good to play over here, just kind of holding this angle. This would I'd only really recommend this if, like I said, there's like very little resistance on the side. Like they don't reinforce the outside of strip, they're not playing there, etc. So you'll get this hatch open. This hatch gives you a lot of angles. You can kind of see some of the angles I was talking about over here to look down. Also, you can shoot above this spot as well. I'll show you where it is. You could shoot above here as well. If you watch the defense guide, I do it with a shotgun, you can kind of see. So this is underneath the windows. All across here is underneath the windows. You can open all this up. This is where like the black mat kind of is and ends. You can see down here if there's, say, like a Valkyrie waiting with a C4. And pretty much walk in. You obviously want control of the pool door. The pool window, I'm sorry. And you want to plant by this dartboard slash like pool table or pool cues. And a really good spot to play is if you're up top, and if you don't need him to really be doing anything, you can have a Capitao up here, and he could just shoot fire arrows. Like if say like there's 2 people alive, 2v4, right? Well, I mean, you could have your teammate defend till his last breath pretty much, and then you could shoot 2 Capitao arrows onto the bomb. And then when they're gone, you can still see like the bomb after. So you could just shoot an arrow back off, shoot an arrow back off, and waste like over 20 seconds. That's like just a, let me show you where those holes are very quickly, and then we'll go on to the other two sites. So you can kind of see this is the hole above the jukebox. I can crawl through here. This would be all above the pool table. So pool table, there's like the dartboard and stuff. You can also watch the bomb from here after, or through the hatch. And here's the spot that's above all these tables over here, and by the pirate flag, or where the pirate flag used to be, and like the back of the bar. So we'll move on to the other sites now. Okay, now we'll go over a cache room CCTV take. Good operators here. You don't necessarily need a thermite, so Habana, just lots of stuff to break up wire pretty much. Habana, a Thatcher would be good in case they battery the walls or something. You don't really need it though, and I'll show you why. Sledge is always good. Pretty much bring as much utility as you can to blow up wire. So we're going to spawn warehouse. Okay. So when you're walking up, just be careful of like spawn peekers. They can run out of garage and stuff on the spawn. I'll go over that more in depth when I start I'm going to be making like spawn peeking guides and how to prevent being spawn peeked. So obviously shoot all the cameras again. Go for this garage door, get control of garage, drone all of this out. Drone everything out over here. Open up all these stock doors and everything like that to scare them. If they have any of this castled off, blow up all the castles so they can't play below. Get at least one person to control from below. Now, like I said, you don't absolutely need a Habana here. It would be, I mean, a thermite here, it would be nice, but it's not really necessarily. Just one hatch on top. You're going to want to get the batteries off the wall. Habana can make some peek holes if she wants, or if you have a thermite, you can just blow them clean open. Thermite would actually probably be pretty good. Like I said, you could see the two other cameras from here. Decent thing to do is have somebody go on this window if you don't have a Thatcher. Or just shoot it open from the ground, burn the ADS, and then you could throw a grenade in, blow up whatever's like on this wall. And then you could thermite it open, or you could thermite it open, or Habana it open. Now, more than likely, somebody's going to be playing on this staircase, which is going to be like the hardest thing you probably have to deal with. So if you're going to just make a Habana hole, make it right like here, so you can like peek down at them. Maybe make like 2 Habana holes on this one and make 1 on the other one. Open up this window. If they're smart at all, they will have made a hole in this panel over here. Jumped onto the railing, so you might have to clear this garage out. It might, like I said, it might not be a bad idea to take a thermite, because if they are over here, you can thermite these garage doors and get them out of these positions really easily. So you're pretty much attempting to get control of the hatch, which allows you to see like pretty much everywhere in the site. These 2 sites suck, by the way, these last 2 sites. Like, only play them, I guess, if you have to in ranked or something, but if you're attacking it, this is kind of the way to do it. So you're pretty much just opening everything up on them because there's nowhere they can really sit at this point, right? So they can't sit head on. Say you Habana that wall, this wall, you thermite one of the garage. Say thermite this one, put a couple Habana holes in this one, and I don't know, thermite one of the garage panels or something, and then you wouldn't even need your last Habana charge. You could put an extra. You can make a vault hole and a peek hole or something. So, I mean, you could see all the way to the back of here from the hatch. You could see, I mean, the only place that's really safe is maybe this garage balcony or below. So that's why I said it's important to make sure to get control below so you don't get blown sky high by C4 when you get up here. And so pretty much just have people drone, get control. One of the best ways is you can just actually take control of stock right here. And as long as you're certain that there's nobody in this corner because you droned it out, you can just kind of hold right here, and you could plant safely like right under the drop pretty much, or in front of like this wall. So I'll show you where it is. Now it gets a little bit more dangerous if the garage wall's broken open, but I don't know. You can plant right here if you want to, or if you have control of like this whole area, right? Like you're in the stock door that's right here. You can literally just walk in here and plant if you know this is all clear and cover somebody from below. There's not really too many places you can get C4'd from, so as long as you have a person or two covering you, like I said. And that should pretty much cover the site. Like I said, you'll probably only play against it in maybe say ranked. Never played against it in ESL probably because you don't have to pick this site. And we'll move on to the master bedroom. Okay, now we are moving on to attacking the master bedroom. We're going to take Buck again. Is not a bad choice just for grenades. I'm going to do it for the demonstration, but you could skip on them definitely. Sledge is really good here in case they have castle barricades, anything like that. Habana or Thermite doesn't matter. Both could be okay. Either one could be okay. Blackbeard's very strong here. Might not be a bad idea to take a Thatcher. Be good here. Ash, always a good fragging operator. Fuse could be okay. But we will just take Buck, as usual, for the demonstration. Could put a drone here, make sure you're not getting spawn peeked quite so easily. Go over this more, like I said, when I do a spawn peeking guide on all the maps. So, assuming that you're not getting spawn peeked, you kill the 3 cameras again. Shoot open all of these windows for pressure. So, break them open. Just gonna pretend I broke them all the way, okay? With that. So these are broken all the way down. There's 2 hatches on the roof. Like I said, make sure you get all these cameras because they could just spot you off of these. Okay, I'm losing my mind. So the last one you can see all the way from here. You have to go pretty far over, but you can see it. Open the hatch over here. It's always a really good idea too, actually, to open the hatch on this roof. And likewise, if you're attacking cache, to open the hatches on these roofs to like scare the people a little bit, to make them think there's somebody might be on the hatch. But yeah, so open both hatches. There probably won't be anybody playing in here. If there is, they're dead. They should not be able to live in here. There's really nowhere for them to sit. Thermite, I would leave this wall solid. If they reinforce this for you, it's actually like a pretty good thing. So I would leave it solid. It goes both ways, I guess. Like if they put a mirror on it, you might want to Habana them out of their mirror and then open the hatch on them. But you're going to Thermite this wall right here. And the wall over, this wall over here. So a super strong position that you can play from. Once again, the hatch, if you know somebody's in there. That's what grenades are for, right? If you see somebody playing in here on these reinforcements of the mirror, dead. There's nowhere they can really sit. Everywhere else in the office is extremely easy to clear. So once this wall gets opened over here, there's really not anywhere they can sit. So these windows are open, so these give you like clean line of sight all the way through the site. You can see all the way back pretty much. The only spot that they can really sit in here is like all the way in the corner by the toilet, which one grenade will kill them, or in the shower. Which again, you can grenade them out or whatever you want really can kill them. You can run in and kill them. If they're just sitting in a corner and you're turning the corner like pre-firing them in a shower, they're gonna die. So the point of blowing this one up is so that they can't sit in the back hall. So, yeah, they can't sit in the back hall over here. There's a camera right here as well. And a really strong spot, like I was trying to get to, is if you shoot this window open and you play way back here. So this is one of the reasons the site sucks so much, is they can't rotate upstairs. So let's say that you get the bomb down and they like C4 somebody through the floor or something. Well, they can't get upstairs if you're playing back here because you'll just shoot them. Won't be too difficult. Another way to protect your planner from getting C4'd too is you're probably going to need to place somebody in the bar, because literally every single piece of flooring that you can plant on over here is all spammable. So you're going to want to open up the pool window, for pressure. Really one of the better spots to, if you're going to plant workout, you can definitely just have somebody sitting pool. It's pretty easy. They could drone out, make sure nobody's here, etc. Like, you don't want somebody just hiding around this half wall, right? Just because you open the pool window and you didn't check, your guy starts planning and then he just throws a C4 up here and you're on the other side of the window and you can't kill him or do anything to stop it. So, yeah, definitely want to drone it out, make sure there's nobody close. But after you open that pool window, they can't get there very easily. Or you can open up the front door, place like a claymore drone, whatever you want behind you, have somebody watch it and just kind of watch like this, making sure this is all clear. That's where your teammates can plant. So just a couple different ideas. For plant spots, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Just don't plant on the hatch, because if you plant on the hatch and then you shoot that, they shoot the hatch open, you immediately lose as an attacker. One angle to be pretty wary of as well is, in the defense guide I show this as well, but if you make a hole here, you can crouch and not get seen by the window. So they can, if somebody's in the bathroom and they have this hole open, they can crouch out and get to the back hall on you. So just something to kind of be like wary about, I guess. But there's no like real ideal plant spot. Like, everywhere's pretty good because it's so easy to clear this top site out. You could just plant pretty much anywhere you feel comfortable, as long as it's not on this hatch, like I said. That should about do it, guys. Appreciate all the support I've been getting, like I said, and all the different guides I've been doing in videos. If you guys enjoyed the video and you want to see more of this kind of stuff, it always helps me if you guys like and subscribe on. But if not, I'm just happy. Hopefully you guys are getting something out of the videos, and I'll see you guys in the next map.